A very good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss one more topic of three-phase transformer. I hope you are clear with the magnetizing current phenomenon. You must have written a two-page note in your notebook along with the waveforms for practicing this question, and that was an important question from exam point of view. So after that topic, we are going to discuss the tertiary winding. You must have seen in single phase or three phase transformer also, we have always talked about the primary winding and the secondary winding. Let me introduce you to the one more term called tertiary winding. So apart from primary and secondary winding, there are sometimes, not every time, sometimes placed a third winding in power transformers, usually called as tertiary winding. Its purpose is to provide circulating current path. Have you ever heard of this term, circulating? We have talked about the circulating current in single phase transformer. We have also derived the expression for the circulating current in single phase transformer. Right? That is IC. If you do not remember, go back, turn out your lecture notes and see there. Its purpose is to provide basically circulating path for the harmonics, especially third harmonics. So we have seen a waveform, sinusoidal waveform in the previous slide. And there were some purple color third order harmonics. So whenever there are these third order harmonics produced in the transformer, along with the power frequency 50 Hz, these third order harmonics are usually observed at 150 Hz oscillations. So usually we are not going to observe them when there is in delta-delta connection, delta star delta transformers. All voltages are balanced and there is no floating of neutral or oscillating neutral. We are going to discuss this topic of oscillating neutral in detail. As of now, just understand the purpose of the tertiary winding. Okay, so what happens? You can observe that in delta star delta. What is the common factor? Just pause my video and think for a second. A delta is the common factor. So delta star and star delta transforming. This oscillating neutral does not exist because of this delta factor. But the floating of neutral is developed in case star-star connection is there. So what you are missing here? Obviously, we have discussed in previous slide. So floating neutral, keep it in mind, is always developed in case star-star connection is there. Or transformers are sometimes constructed with two windings. The main winding are connected to form star-star connection, and the third winding, known as tertiary winding, is used to make a closed delta connection. So there will be no neutral in star-star, and so there will be neutrals in star-star connection, but we need to make a closed path to avoid the circulating current flowing in the circuit. So what we are going to do, we are going to make this closed path using this tertiary winding. So delta connection to stabilize the neutrals of both primary and secondary circuits. So the tertiary winding carries nothing but the third harmonic current. So we have discussed about in the previous slides. We have discussed, you must have seen the waveform. I'm searching for the slide. We have discussed about the sinusoidal waveform. We have discussed about this distorted wave due to harmonics, and we have discussed about this purple waveform, that is a third order harmonics. We are always going to consider this third order harmonics with us, because all the topics of the three transformers which I have started from the previous slides revolves around this third order harmonics. So what does this tertiary winding do? This third winding, which is known as tertiary winding, is used to make a closed delta path to stabilize the neutrals of both primary and secondary circuits. And this tertiary winding carries nothing but the third order harmonics. So I hope you're clear with the picture of the tertiary winding as of now. Now coming to the important topic which we have left over here, that is the oscillating neutral. So heading to the next is oscillating neutral. As you can see from the waveform, the voltages are how much? 120 degrees apart from each other, and their respective VAN, VBN and VCN diagrams with respect to neutral. Okay. So what is this oscillating neutral actually is? So you are clear with the operation of the three-phase transformer. You are clear that whenever the supply given to its sinusoid, the flux produced will also be the sinusoid. So in addition to the operation of the transformer, in the sinusoidal supplies, the harmonic behaviors becomes really important as the size and rating of the transformer increase, because it is not going to remain same. It is going to vary with respect to the load demand, of course. The effect of harmonic current are usually, we have discussed in the previous slide, additional copper losses due to harmonics, increased core losses, increased electromagnetic interference with communication circuit, as soon as the harmonic voltage is introduced. The interference comes in this circuit with respect to the communication circuits. On the other hand, harmonic voltage of the transformer also causes increased dielectric stress on the insulation. There is always an insulation part of the transformer. Then electrostatic interference with communication circuit, the same problem which we have discussed in previous slide. And a resonance between the winding reactance and the feeder capacitance. Feeder part you must be studying in the power system subject. So there will be a resonance between the winding reactance and feeder capacitance. We have discussed the reactance of the windings in detail in the equivalent circuit of the single phase transformer. So what happens is, in present times, a greater awareness is generated by the problems of the harmonic voltage and current produced by the non-linear loads. We cannot talk about the linear loads. Oh yes, of course, we have to talk about the non-linear loads also. For example, the power electronic converters. These combine with the non-linear nature of the transformer core and produces severe distortions in the voltages and current and increases the power loss. Thus, the study of harmonics is of great practical significance whenever we talk about the working of the transformer. We cannot skip the harmonics, and we cannot skip the losses when calculating the efficiency. Similarly, we cannot skip the harmonics when talking about the practical part of the three-phase transformer. Now, talking about, in case single-phase transformer connected to form three-phase band, which can be the case, each transformer is magnetically decoupled from each other. Just imagine three single-phase transformers connected together to form a three-phase transformer. They cannot be magnetically decoupled from each other. The flow of harmonic current are decided by the type of electrical connections used on the primary and the secondary sides. Also, there are three fundamental voltages in the present case. Each case, they are displaced 120 degree, electrical 120 degree apart from each other, as you can see from this diagram. Because the symmetry of the AC wave about the time axis, only odd harmonics need to be considered. That's why you must have heard that I always talk about the third order harmonics, third order harmonics. This is what the third order harmonics is. So, because of the symmetry of AC, only odd order harmonics is needed to be considered. The harmonics which are triplen, that is multiples of 3. You will often hear this word triplen. Multiples of 3 behave in a similar manner as they are co-phasal or in phase with their respective phases. The non-triplen, which are not the third order harmonics, behave in a similar manner to the fundamental and have 180 degree phase displacement between them. So that is not a part of concern for us. So when the connection, as discussed in the previous slides, when the connection of the transformer is Y-wire without neutral wire, both primary and secondary connected in star, no closed path exists. Hope I am clear. I am repeating it again. I have discussed this problem usually occurs for the oscillating neutral, not in the case of when delta star or star delta connection is there. It occurs when the connection is in the form of star star, because it cannot find the circulating path. Thus, a tertiary winding is needed to carry this third order harmonic current. Yeah, I have already discussed this in case of tertiary winding. So what I was saying is, when the connection of the transformer is in star star, without neutral wires. Both primary and secondary connected in star, no close path exists. As the triplet harmonics are always in phase by virtue of wire connection, they get cancelled in the line voltages. Try to understand what I am trying to say with respect to the waveforms. Non-triplet harmonics, like fundamental, becomes zero time phase value and appear in the line voltages. Line current remains sinusoidal. So what I am saying here is, try to understand it with respect to the waveform. I'll again go back to this diagram. So you can see these triplet harmonics and the sinusoidal wave. Draw this diagram into your notebook and then try to understand what I am saying with respect to oscillating. So whenever the connection is star-star without neutral wires, both primary and secondary are connected in star. Primary in star, secondary in star. So no closed path exists. As triplet harmonics are always in phase by the virtue of wire connection in the line voltages, and non-triplet harmonics become zero with phase value and appears in line voltages. So finally the flux wave in each transformer will be flat top and the phase voltages remain peak. The potential of the neutral no longer steady. The start point oscillates due to thermal voltage, and this is called as oscillating neutral. We have talked about the flat top. In this slide, we have talked about these third harmonics. Now we are talking about the star-star connection where it will not get the grounding point, so we need to circulate the current to. We need a third winding, that is the tertiary winding, to ground this third order harmonics current, and hence the star point oscillates due to third harmonic voltages as there was no neutral point. This is called as oscillating neutral. Or in short, I can also say that the presence of tertiary winding permits the unbalanced loading and permits the flow of zero sequence current by reducing the zero sequence reactance, and hence unbalanced fault currents involving ground may easily be detected and flow of action can be taken. What flow of action can be taken? That we are connected with tertiary winding to give a path to the circulating harmonics or the third harmonic. So the third order harmonic voltages never appear in the line voltages. So in the third link of the core transformer, the third order harmonic flux finds a high reactance path and remains weak. This results into the increase of fifth and seventh harmonic components in the magnetizing current. Since the harmonics cannot be suppressed by the electric connections, if they are undesirable, the only solution is needed. What solution we are given? So we understood the oscillating part, oscillating neutral part. So solution to this problem is we have given what was the exact problem? The flat top due to which it was not getting path, especially in the star-star connection, and these triplet harmonics were made to circulate in the three-phase transformer windings. Hence the solution we have suggested is the connection of the tertiary winding, especially in the case when star-star connection is there. Right? So finally a tertiary winding is connected to carries these third harmonic currents. So I hope you have understood the topic of magnetizing current, you understood the topic of tertiary winding. Relating to that, you must have understood the concept of oscillating neutral. That's why I have taken the topic of oscillating neutral in previous tertiary winding in previous slide, so that I can make you understand why this is connected and how it can solve the problem of the oscillating neutral. So practice these questions. These are very important questions from exam point of view. Usually you can examine your short answers and questions. Draw the waveforms with each and every theorem, including the explanation of all the vector diagrams, directions, axes, coordinates, abscissas, etc. Thank you very much. Keep on practicing.